Okay, this is a short but very helpful video on what kind of things you should write in your calendar and your planner to be successful. Welcome to Efficiency and Organization. This is the channel where we talk about how to have good planning, how to have goals, how to have good productive systems in place to be able to achieve a lot in life. I use a paper planner. I've just always been a person who likes to have tangible things. So my planner is a tangible planner. You can use a planner like that, or you can use Outlook, you could use Google Calendar, or you can even use your phone calendar. Okay, so whatever works for you. What kind of things should you write in it? So here are some really good suggestions. Number one, birthdays, because it's very important to stay in contact with people. When it's their birthday, you just send a quick text, wish them a happy birthday, send them good thoughts, done. Number two, reminders. If you need to get some specific things from a Target trip, if you have to take the dog for a checkup, if you have to pick up someone from the airport, these are all reminders that you can write in your planner, in your calendar. Number three, renewals. So whenever your car insurance is renewing, home insurance is renewing, so those dates that repeat once a year, write those in the calendar so that when the time comes, you are prepared and you are ready to go. Because sometimes people say, well, I didn't pay because I didn't get it in the mail. That's not the company's fault. So they sent it. They want their money. It just so happens that you didn't get the notice. So that's why it's very important to write these things in your planner and calendar to give yourself the heads up that it's coming up. So speaking of, you also want to write down when the due dates are of your bills. So for me personally, I pay every single bill, no matter what due date. I pay everything on the first of the month. So you can do what I do because it's very easy. I am never ever late on anything ever because I pay everything on the first of each month. You can do my method, or you can go and write down when your bills are due. If you have certain projects also, you can write the due dates for those in your calendar and planner. If you have a big project coming up, you can block out time in your calendar to work on it. Write the due date and then carve out time from that due date, maybe a little bit each day, to work just on that project. But make sure when you block it out, you use that time only for that and nothing else. Have your shopping list. So if you're going to do a Sam's Club run, Target run, if you're going to do grocery store run, have those in your planner and calendar. If you come up with any meal ideas, like meals you want to make during the week, you can go into your planner and calendar and write it. It's fine. And it's actually not like, it's because there's so much we have to remember all day long. We don't want to forget things. And that's the whole idea of keeping a planner and a calendar, is to serve as a reminder. And so I would highly suggest doing that. Like, let's say you say, oh, you know what? I want to make short ribs on Thursday this week. Great. Write it in your calendar. I want to make beef barley stew on Saturday. Okay, write that in your calendar. Why not? So that way you're kind of like saying what you want to do in the future, and don't think of these things as silly things. Put them anyway. And then the last one, which to me is so important, so important. Well, I'm going to break it into two. You want to go into your calendar, and on the 1st of each month and on the 15th of each month, write down review goals or monitor goals. This will serve as a reminder to make sure you are monitoring your short-term and long-term goals. One of my goals this year is to reduce my debt. So I have to make sure, if I just say it and I don't like check my progress, well, I'm going to fall behind. I'm not going to achieve the goal. So that's why what I do is I make sure that on the 1st and the 15th, I go back and review not just that goal, but the 3-4 other goals that I have. I review them to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable. The second thing is, you have to have some action plans to achieve the goals. Well, then those have to go in the planner and calendar too. So one of mine, for example, was to make sure that I was like maintaining my weight. I don't want to go above, okay? I want to maintain it at like 120 and below. Okay, so in order to do that, I need to keep up with my exercising. So I have to exercise 10 to 20 miles a week. That's kind of like my happy medium. Okay, so I need to go in my calendar and my planner and carve out time for exercise. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Put things in your calendar and planner, the action plans that are going to help you to achieve these big, nice, beautiful goals that you have set for yourself. I hope you got some good ideas from this video. I hope that it was helpful and resourceful for you. Let me know in the comments which of these you like the most, which of these you're gonna write in your planner, and if you're gonna use digital or if you're gonna use a paper planner and calendar. And I will catch you in the next video.